Hello everybody, I'm Boaz Fyler. I'm an evolutionary astrologer and I'm here with the evolutionary astrology message for the week between the 24th and 31st of August 2019. This is where I talk about celestial transits and this cosmic soup we're all swimming in, all zodiac signs. So as you can see, I'm already smiling because this week has a great potential to set things straight in our life. There's Virgo energy coming in from everywhere. And Virgo as an archetype in astrology is about the place in which we understand that if we want to contribute to life, if we want to leave our personal imprint, if we want to beat death with our creation and actually live in this world long enough for it to become a little better because I have lived in it, which is a saying by Abraham Lincoln, then I have to hone my edge. I have to sharpen my sword. I have to perfect my skills. I have to take my talents and put some effort in making them more precise, in sustaining and maintaining what I was given, and actually amending things that need amendment, both in myself and in the outside world, and do that sacred work out of service. So, evolutionary speaking, people that have a lot of Virgo or 6th house placement or a strong Mercury, and some say even a Chiron or a Ceres placement in their charts, both can be attributed to Virgo as well. These are souls that in the past life could have been too smug, could have been vain, could have been unaware and insensitive to the equality of everything. Not only all humans, but all animals, nature itself, and their part in this chain, in this universe, as again the Lakota say, "Metakuye o yasin." We are all related. Everything is connected. Metakuye o yasin. So the Virgo understanding, and that's why they are such control freaks most of the time, is that we are all links in a vast chain. And if there's a digression from a certain quality down the line, it's going to come up. It's going to hit me sometime. It's going to affect me and all of us because everything is connected. Nothing is isolated. It's a mutable sign. It sees the connectivity. And so it wants to make sure that quality and hygiene is maintained throughout the system. That our daily life, that our small pieces that make up our days, our breaths, our moments, that mosaic that builds a big picture in our life, is met with precision and health and ethics, and in a way that honors what you were given and honors your place as a gardener, as a caretaker of this physical plane and of your physical body. So personally speaking, this is an amazing time to let go of habits, vices, all kinds of tendencies and behaviors. Let go of that gluten addiction or sugar addiction or nicotine addiction or whatever addiction. Start training, go into the gym, go outside and run or swim. Take up that new exercise or course or job. Put some order into your life. Make things hygienic both physically and metaphorically as well. And Hygeia, goddess of hygiene, is also connected to Virgo. Virgo has a lot of connections, you know. I don't know. Well, she's a big constellation. She's like 60 degrees in the sky. And all these planets are moving in there. So on this Saturday, the 24th, we have Juno in charge of long-term relationships and marriages and loyalty in general, moving into Virgo, making it, emphasizing really the need to start to cleanse things out, fix things, and maintain things with the things we are loyal to, with the people we are loyal to, with our families, with our husbands and wives and spouses. And Sunday the 25th is an amazing day for communication of all sorts, a good day to send in letters or write. It is kind of sensitive late night, early morning of the 26th in Central Europe. And if you take it, it's the evening of the 25th in New York, and it's the late morning of the 26th in Australia. That's a sensitive time. That's a time that we should make sure we're not acting out from that sensitivity and actually hurting others around us. We should calm our minds at that time. The 26th itself later on is an amazing day, full of energy that we could actually gain value, new value. Venus is trining Uranus on that day. We could gain new value and upgrade and make the necessary changes to walk forward, both in our jobs, the way we earn money, our relationships. We could meet new people, new clients, new groups, new ways of actually creating more self-value or general value and satisfaction in our lives. Allow yourself to step out of the box on that day and actually be a little bolder. Very nice and polite, but a little bolder. 27th, Tuesday. That's the sensitive day of the week. That's a really sensitive time as the moon opposes both Saturn and Pluto, and it's in Cancer. So really, you know, if you need to recoil a little bit and take a rest, here's a good day to do that. If you need to make sure you're not going into any emotional danger zones because you know it's a sensitive day, there you go. And if something does flare up and happen, breathe in, breathe out, reset yourself. Don't act out. Wednesday the 28th, full of energies, amazing to do new things. You know, we have the Mars trining Uranus on that day, and that's an impact that is felt all through the week, both that and Venus trining Uranus. And I forgot to mention, I mentioned it in the last video, that this Saturday, the 24th, we have the conjunction of Mars and Venus, you know, the heavenly brother and sister, or the heavenly masculine and feminine, or the heavenly lovers, however you wish to look at them, whether it is Game of Thrones or Shakespeare. They meet in the heavens, and they embrace, and they love each other. And that's an amazing time, both Saturday night, the 24th, and all through this week, you know, with this trine to Uranus, to both of them, to just have some new experiences that make you feel alive. Don't give up. Tasting the zest, the nectar of joy. I'm going to give you a little secret, and I want you to remind yourself that secret all through this week when you breathe in. I don't know how many breaths I still have. I have no guarantee over the next one. I'm honoring every one I'm given. I'm thankful for this one going in, coming out. So simple. So profound. Greatest gift, and you are holding it. Do not neglect to recognize it. Yeah. So, Tuesday, the 27th, is the sensitive day of the week, and Wednesday is an amazing day. It's much better to try new things, to go outside of yourself and be a new you. And a lot of energies there, physical energies and passions as well, and we need to work with the mind and the animal at the same time. It's not either or, it's both of them working together, the higher mind and our lower chakras. On Thursday the 29th, Mercury is going to be moving into Virgo too. Mercury in Virgo helps us all to be more analytical, to see the little things, to understand what needs mending. And that makes us much more critical towards ourselves and others, and we need to remind ourselves that the arch nemesis of very good is perfect. And nothing is perfect in this messy, unorganized, malfunctioning, sick world of ours. And everything we can do is just mend it one breath at a time, and start by mending ourselves. And remember that work never ceases, because once you peel one layer, you get another one. Once you go down a layer, you see smaller parts, and it comes as a recognition that the road goes ever longer. But it's a beautiful road, and it's a road we need to be thankful for. And we need to recognize that the only reason we came here as a generation, as people alive on this globe right now, is to make sure that we stop this extinction. That we make sure that this earth and all its inhabitants have a golden, safe future, and not head into catastrophe. This is our mission in our life. This is what we all came here for, every one of us. That's part of the self-realization we need to adopt, and it's happening all over the world. You see, you're the one who's going to save the world. And if you're not coming, we can't do it alone. We need each and every one of you. That's the only way it's going to happen. Saturday and Friday both have amazing energies. It's new moon time. Remember, every new moon is an imprinting time. It's a time where energy that passes through us, our emotions, are imprinted for the next lunar cycle. So keep it hygienic as well. There's so many new energies coming in on the 30th, and this new moon is in the 6th degree of Virgo, conjunct, listen to this, to Mercury and Venus and Mars, and trining Uranus exactly, opposing Neptune and squaring Jupiter. So in English, this is an amazing time to upgrade and fix and put in order, take up a notch, and take the quality higher in everything that we do, think, interact. Our thoughts, our interactions, our ideas, Mercury, our actions and passions, and understanding of who we are and what we want and what we need to fight for in order to change things, Mars, and how to gain better value and satisfaction in our life, Venus, in new ways, Uranus, opposing Neptune, squaring Jupiter. Opposing Neptune, squaring Jupiter is, hey, yes, this is an amazing time, but you have to remain practical. Don't jump too high, too soon, too far. Don't overshoot your target. Don't become a kite without a string. You have to be realistic. You have to be practical. And it's better to be consistent with baby steps and take something upon your shoulders you can handle and sustain for a prolonged period than think you're omnipotent, or just go in a happy-go-lucky way and think everything's going to be okay, be too confident or too utopic, and then find out that you've been flying too high, Icarus, and guess what? It's becoming hotter and hotter, and something is melting. I can smell it. And then the fall is great. So remaining practical and realistic and down to earth at this time is a crucial thing. But I guess we'll all have it with all this Virgo. But as these planets go into Virgo and we see the smaller bits and how things need fixing, we need to remind ourselves not to be too critical of ourselves or of others, because if we will, that tension and that stress can impact us physically and emotionally and actually cause some kind of illness. And we don't want that to happen. And we want to honor and give thanks for the ability to be caretakers and gardeners of this universe. What a great mission is that. Live long and prosper. Bye-bye.